no condition is above his jurisdiction.
Thank you for staying with us this far. I mean, well, this is the home stretch, actually. And, well, we have one of those people. You know the ones I mean.
I don't know the ones.
This one studied microbiology from Babcock University.
For daddy or for mommy?
Probably for daddy. And after doing all that, he's now a comedian. Can you imagine? Besides, he's a prince. Prince Oriyomi Olayinka Oniru is a comedian after studying microbiology.
AKA 16 Oniru, please. You have to. The brand name is very, very.
The brand name is 16 Oniru. Prince, welcome.
Thank you, ma. Good to be here.
Microbiology.
Yes, ma.
Comedy.
Yes.
16 Oniru.
There are other things too.
Oh, please.
There's acting, there's talking drum.
Eh?
Yes.
Where is the talking drum?
I didn't bring it.
Oh, no, you should have. You should have brought everything and showed us the whole array. First of all, what is a prince doing in comedy?
Well, this man or this prince just happened to be one with so much humor, and I think I carry the burden of so many funny people in my family who just, they're just okay to make everybody laugh when we're in family circles. So I think I carry all their burdens, and then I decided to go.
You mean there are many mad people in your family?
No, not mad.
I don't know. This one, I hereby deny you. Because you are calling a whole prince.
I apologize. No.
Not mad. Just.
You call us mad.
No. You are far from our husband, so you are protected.
I'm safe. Thank you.
If you are on a new property now, we would have seized the land.
Throw me out, out cold. Then I would learn my lesson. 16 Oniru. 16.
Yes.
Why 16? Why not 2 Oniru?
Wow. Okay. Now that you mentioned 2. 16 Oniru because I had to do a listing of all my father's children.
Oh.
And
you're number 16.
I found myself in the 16th position. And I had run with the name for like 2 years before I found out that I actually skipped a sibling that was older than me.
You actually 17 Oniru?
So yes, in reality, 17. But since we are not dragging for number, the brand stands.
You are number waiting son.
Number son, that would be number 8.
So your road is far to the throne.
It seems like that.
Oh,
no, we can still justify.
Have you made any jokes about that, by the way?
Oh, I can't be a prince and not make a joke about. Yes.
I'm not likely to be king.
Apparently, but my main anger is that coming from a royal family, and I'm a son, and I have a number of brothers. My first anger is that all of us have the same nicknames.
Really?
And that is Obalola. All of us.
Obalola. Oh, okay, king tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah, or heir apparent. So all my friends call me that. My brother's friends will call them that. And so when we all meet and somebody shouts Obalola, everybody looks. Which one are you calling?
Which one?
So at the end of the day, we are not like rivals. So
16 Oniru.
No, actually, I think we can justify 16 now. Just 8 raised to power 2.
8 raised
Does
to
that
power
help?
2.
Yes, now. I'm just trying to
16th
microbiology.
child, number 8 son. So the maths works.
It works, Abi.
So why did you study microbiology? For mom?
I think for myself at the end of the day.
Oh.
At the end of the day, I think I was running away from chemistry. So it was either
Is there a big difference?
I did. Oh, microbiology is more biology than biochem, and So we study microorganisms, tell about them, their economic importance, which is easy because you can read and, pour that out.
How relevant is all that now to comedy?
Well, if you look at microbiology and microphone, they're not too,
Microphone.
They're not too far.
Please,
so.
what is microphone?
Microphone.
Microphone. I thought you said microphone. Okay.
My tool, yes.
Oh, okay. They're all micro.
Yes. Yes.
So of all the music instruments, you play the microphone.
Of all the music instruments, I play the talking drum.
You play the talking drum with the microphone because you still have to mic.
So there's so much micro around me.
How did you learn to play the talking drum?
Please don't tell me it is a royal drum.
No. No, I was in a drama troupe from 2007 to 2015 when I left the church where I was at the time. And 2007 when I joined, we were to have a dance drama. And there was no one within the group that could play talking drum, which we really needed. And so we had to go outside and hire someone. And I got really upset about that. It shouldn't be. If we say we are doing drama,
it became a challenge.
People should be able to at least play some instruments because dance is part of drama. So we shouldn't have to go outside to look for people to do that. So I took up that challenge and I learned the talking drum.
How long did it take you?
How long? I'm still learning. There's no end to it. But I started in 2008. And I learned with someone, and after that I played for 8 years, and then I went to look for another mentor because I felt I wasn't okay with where I was, and I had to go look for someone who was born an Anyo, born into the Anyo family, an elderly person who is very vast, and I found one, and he's my great teacher and mentor today. Although there are two of them now that I run to every time I have issues. And
Anyo, what is his own name?
Anyo Lere Alajide.
I know him, Tunji Alajide.
No, not Tunji.
Oh, they are different.
Not Tunji. Anyo Lere Alajide.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's his name.
That's his name.
He still has those marks, Abi.
Yes, so yes, okay. I wanted those ones with the marks, really. I wanted those ones with the marks.
So that's for the talking drum. How did you get into comedy? When and how?
I got into comedy. So it still started with this being part of a drama department in my church. And though I'd always been a very funny guy, but every time we ministered in a drama, even when it's not deliberate, people would always find a reason to laugh from what we were presenting. And so sometime in 2010, I believe, because my church had the primary school, and the receptionist was going to get married. And someone just called me from the church and said, our receptionist is getting married or they need an MC. Do you think you'll be able to do it? And I looked. The only thing I had, the gifting I had was to make people laugh. So I said, okay, no problem. But I had never MC'd an event proper. Luckily for me, the head of department for the drama team was an events videographer. So I ran to him and I said, please give me a coverage of a wedding that you did. And I took it and I watched how the MCs ran the flow of the event. And then I wrote everything they did when they called in the parents of the groom, parents of the bride, and how they ran everything. And I said, okay, so outside of this, I'm just going to infuse comedy. And that was how I started.
So that was your crash course?
That was my crash course.
Now, Prince.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just wondering in my head now, who would be willing to pay a prince to come and MC an event?
No, you mean able.
People pay.
Able. Thank you very much.
I just closed one event as I was coming here.
But if I had, for instance, an Ayo Makinde, and I had 16 Oniru, I wouldn't even ask 16 Oniru in the first place. Say, He's a prince.
I can't afford.
Ayo, please.
And that means if we were to go by that, no prince will do business because everybody will be.
No, we're not used to seeing princes.
We're
not used to seeing princes in this kind of. Princes are.
I'm not the only one.
gurus.
I'm not the only one. The king of comedy in Nigeria is practically a prince.
Who is that?
Ali Baba.
A prince of where?
Of Agbaroton in Delta State.
Ali? Well, you are now saying that you are a prince.
He's a royal.
I know you reach house, so in case you have forgotten.
He's a royal.
Hallelujah is a prince now.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not now.
Oh, he's always been a prince. I'm sorry. So, how easy is it to employ a prince? Please.
It's not hard now. We discuss.
We discuss and
Where's
we haggle.
your event?
Because we have to haggle.
Where is your event?
Because what the prince is going to charge me is not what Ayo is going to charge me.
You can't sell. I'm actually very generous.
You will.
Very, very generous.
But you are a prince now. Well, please, camera. It's a pity you can't pan it so that we can see his shoe. I mean, his shoe
can't
has
pay
his
for the
name.
shoe.
He's 16 Oniru. It's printed on his shoe. So how can we afford you?
You can. You don't have to look the part so that I can convince you that I'm going to do the job too.
Right on, brother.
Okay.
Prince.
What's your most memorable joke that you can remember that people have told you about?
My most memorable joke, I think it's either the 16 Oniru joke itself, because I have to tell people every time I'm performing in front of a first-time audience why my name is 16 Oniru. So every time I have to tell that joke. And outside of that, it will be my marriage, because I celebrate my wedding anniversary daily.
Oh, really?
Yes. I married from Akwa Ibom and they showed me Shege. So because of I don't wait for 365. I celebrate every day.
Why? What did they show you that is so tough?
Is the bread price and some of the my father-in-law is an Akwa Ibom man.
Okay.
And so when my wife told him that somebody is coming to marry him and I marry her and his name is Oniru, he went to search on Google for Oniru, and when you search Oniru on Google, you don't see people. What you initially see is price of land and houses in Oniru estate. So that's what he saw, and he scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. All he was just seeing was real estate, and he got angry until finally he saw a picture of my dad. And next to the picture, there was the Rolls Royce Phantom. And he read the caption that was under it. Daddy, if you are watching this is a joke. My father-in-law loves channels a lot, And he read the caption which said, Oba Oniru acquires Rolls Royce Phantom worth $350,000 for 75th birthday. And immediately he saw it in Akwa Ibom and he spoke Yoruba. He was like, So yes, so those are things that I say that people remember me with. So every time I even go to an event, people, where's your wife? Because they now talk about that. Those that already know me, when they see me, where's your wife? So yes, those are the few.
I've also heard a rumor that comedians' wives are no less comedians themselves.
Oh yes.
Oh really?
Oh yes. Yes.
So it has to take one to know one.
It does apparently.
How does she?
All of us.
How does she impact you?
How does she impact? Well, first she's my litmus test. She's my litmus kit. So
so every joke you bounce off her.
So every joke I create, she's the first. But I never tell her it's a joke. So I tell her like, this is what I experienced while I was out today. And then I tell her the whole story, and when she laughs, then I tell her this is a joke. So I know that it's funny. Because if I tell her, my wife is a lawyer, if I tell her, oh, come and listen to this joke, is it funny?
She will not laugh.
She would listen with the intent to scrutinize. So I just come, from that angle of this is what I experienced while I was out today. As you see, so once it ends in laughter, I know that the joke is funny. And when I tell her this is a joke, you caught me again. write it.
Is there anyone that she has come and said, okay, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it?
Oh yes. Well, those would be jokes that I probably, I create on the spot, maybe from whatever is going on around us, and I just create this joke. You just no. This one is not funny, or don't go this way. Go this way. Yes.
How were you received at home when you decided I want to make comedy a thing?
So when I started comedy, I had a 9-to-5 initially.
Doing what?
I used to work for a dredging company.
Okay.
I used to work for a dredging company.
Microbiology, working in a dredging company.
Oh yes. So
all of this just
immediately I finished school. Nigerian employers are always looking for some form of experience, even for a fresh graduate. So someone advised that I should go and take a course in project management, which I did. And so I took a course in project management, but because I was a fresh graduate and I hadn't worked, I had to do the would I call it subsidiary certification, which is called CAPM, Certified Associate in Project Management, as opposed to Project Management Professional. So I did that, and after that, I was able to secure a job on the dredging site, where I now worked as the site coordinator, overseeing everybody who worked on the site, and then reporting to the office. So I was like the intermediary between the office and the site.
Okay.
When the site workers have issues, they lay it on me, and then I lay it on the company.
And how long did you do that?
That was between 2011 and 2013.
2 years.
So I started comedy proper, I would say, in 2012, but I had started doing stuff in 2010.
So
did
how
you do
was
any
that?
stuff when you were in school, when you were in uni?
No, I was just a funny guy in my room and around my friends. Because even me, to myself, I'm a surprise that I do comedy, because I'm a very reserved person. So when I look at myself and I wonder how I got this gifting, it shocks me. Because people expect comedians to be, extroverted people, which I have some form of that nature, but I don't think it's the dominant part of me. I'm more of a reserved person.
Do you pay your siblings who influence your comedy?
Do
you pay them royalties? Because you said you carry the burden of all of them.
No, not burden now. That's like the gifting. Like I said, the number of funny people in-house, and they can't do this. Okay. So since I have always been someone who does drama, what's there to go on stage?
And you should be paying them royalties.
No, I didn't use their material, so I can't pay them. They are the ones who even pay me for showcasing the talent to the world. I'm making the world know that a prince can be funny and make people laugh.
Which one of them should be paying you more?
All of them should be paying me, actually. They should just put me on one honor roll, and say, for the talent.
Okay. You have your job cut out for you. So what should we be expecting from 16 Oniru this year or anytime soon?
Well, the fastest thing that I can work on now is a skit series that I was doing, and I stopped because of lockdown, and I had to face some other things that have still consumed my time until now, because I've always been a kind of person. That's been my mindset.
What's that?
To stay home and make money.
Oh, okay.
Yes, make money from the comfort of your home, because by the time I started getting or having a clear awareness of my dad was already a big time investor, so he didn't need to go to work. The accountants used to come to him, see, this is how much we've made this month. So I felt this would be a good lifestyle. Unlike our firstborn saw my dad also as a civil engineer, and he saw him make money, so he decided to become a civil engineer. And the age difference between me and the firstborn is about 19 or so. So by the time I became aware, my dad was already a big-time investor, so he didn't need to be doing the going to office thing. He could just stay home, and people were running. So that's what I saw, and I said, okay, I prefer.
That's good.
I prefer this one. Let's do Belekpao.
That's good.
So that has taken some of my time from lockdown till now.
But you have to go out now to work.
Oh yes, no, I still work. I do, you know, I have events that I anchor. I go to shows, I visit comedy clubs, I do comedy. And so you were saying what to expect from me. I'm saying the easiest thing I can run back to is the skit series. It's called Kola Nut. It's about the guy that graduated from school and he would not look for a job. So he's a thorn in the flesh of his father. So he frustrates the man a lot.
I'm assuming that will be on Instagram.
Oh yes, it is.
As
Kola Nut series. If you hashtag Kola Nut series, you see it.
okay.
His name is Kola, so from Kola.
Oh.
Yeah, so call it Kola Nut.
16 Oniru, Prince Oriyomi Olayinka Oniru. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming.
So happy to
We've
have
never
you today.
had the pleasure of having a prince as our artist of the week.
I can recommend. I have a friend who is also a prince from Ekiti, who is a comedian, Feso Oyebade.
Ah, Jesus.
Yes.
I can't even imagine
Ekiti man comedian. I am trying not to imagine it.
When you think about it, most of the time they're professors, not so.
No, not just that.
This one is it.
Have you heard an Ekiti man comedy? Okay.
And so the prince draws down the curtain on today's sunrise, aptly on Easter weekend. My name is Alero Edu, wishing you a very, very restful and happy Easter. See you next week.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.